today I am joined by my guest Andrew Struthers from AgentSync. How you doing, Andrew?
I'm very well, thank you, David. Thanks for having me.
Really nice to talk to you. And we're talking about something that seems to be so topical. We're at peak overwhelm with this sort of stuff at the moment. But also, I think it's probably fair to say that in this modern age, the more methods of communication we've got, and we've got constantly, we've got our mobile phones feeding into pretty much everything that we do in our lives. We've got the
Yeah,
computer. We've got a number of different channels that are pinging at any one time.
that's
That's
right.
just in our personal lives.
Yeah,
When it comes to our professional lives as agents, we've got inquiries that are coming in through literally from every portal,
correct.
and every messaging format
And any
because
time of day as well. Or, people are inquiring.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And I think that really needs to be said.
yeah.
The
Mhm.
modern method of communication doesn't respect business
It
hours,
does
and
not.
so we
Absolutely
can
not.
throw that part of the handbook out the window.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when we're setting the scene for where agency comes in to help
Yeah,
agents, it now seems rather obvious that
yeah,
you can only pick one battle at a time. Generally, if you're a human doing it on your own, you need to,
exactly.
and you're not going to be able to cover all those channels of communication.
Mhm.
Um, Talk to us about a world with a bit more of an omni-channel that we can
Yes. Yeah.
comfortably manage.
Well, that's exactly what Agent Sync is. It's omni-channel, and it's omni-channel in the right sense of the word, where the agent will answer the phone intelligently and connect to your CRM, but it'll also do WhatsApp messaging, SMSs, emails, Instagram, TikTok, all of the channels that we can connect it to with an overriding intelligence. So somebody can text in and say, I'm interested in this property, for example. The agent will write back and say, Great, would you like me to send you a brochure, or what would you like to do? Would you like to book a viewing? Whatever it might be. And if it goes quiet, that would automatically go into a follow-up sequence. Hey, are you still interested? So that's one other thing, by the way. But then the agent or the customer then phones in and says, "Hey, I'm waiting for you. I sent an SMS." It will say, "No, you sent a WhatsApp, and we wrote back on this day, and yeah, no, we're waiting for you to reply. Would you like me to book you in?" And
So,
then yeah,
I'm going to go to some pains to point this out now.
yeah.
We're not saying that because the system is argumentative in any
No,
way.
no, no, no. Of
What
course
what
not. No.
what this is doing actually is very often in an office
Yeah,
when if I take a call and someone else gets an email, I haven't read their email and they
correct.
haven't listened to my call.
That's
What's
right.
happening here is actually the system is seeing the
The global.
totality of all
That's
that communication
yes.
and is able
Mhm.
to draw on that as a reference, isn't it?
Correct. And so
Yeah.
it's got context. Every time it communicates, it's within context of the conversation, the history of the customer. It goes so far as greeting the customer, and asking, so greet by first name and asking how they got on with X, Y, and Z. There's a conversation goes on there, and it notes the history and has all of that on every channel for communication.
And so this is vitally important because it allows people to communicate when they want in the method that they want.
That's right.
And they get a response in the same method and it's
Mm,
instantaneous as well. And
correct.
I think that's
Yeah.
really worth pointing out because
Yeah.
as we said at the top of this, business hours are out of the window.
Oh
And
yeah. Yeah.
most of us prioritize communication when it's convenient for us, and rightly so.
Correct. Correct.
So if we choose of an evening to get in touch with an agent, we'd like to be
It,
able to have some sort of service, and this
yeah.
obviously delivers that.
Yeah.
Um, the,
Yeah.
the I mean, before all of this, we don't talk about it enough, but the missed inquiries and the missed opportunities must have
Huge.
been staggering.
Huge, huge, huge. And we've done some just, if you were to miss three phone calls a day that might be inquiries or valuations or whatever it might be, and you add that out and you extrapolate that over the year, and you say, well, okay, well maybe only 1% of them was an actual valuation that may have went through or whatever it might you might have made a few thousand on 1% of that, then you've more than doubled or tripled your money in savings anyway. So now there's a solution to this where nothing slips through the cracks on every single channel. And if there are confidence levels in what the AI can do within this platform as well. And if you wanted to set the confidence level to say 40%, that you didn't want the AI to send out brochures or whatever it might be, it would flag up on your dashboard to say, action this. I was only at this percentage level confidence. You need to action it. I text the AI and say, can you write back and tell me how you are? And it won't because it's not property related and things like that. So but it flags it up in the dashboard to say this guy sent a text message, wants me to write back and tell him how I feel. Here's my reply. Do you want me to send it or not? Things like that. So you're in total control over how it communicates, what it says, and what it can access. And you can connect it to, as I say, any CRM, any sort of third party, Google, whatever it might be, calendars, CRMs, especially, you know.
And that's interesting because when we generally having a more abstract conversation about AI,
Yeah.
you'll hear the term used very often, guardrails. You don't hear it
Yes.
anywhere else.
Yes.
But
Yes.
and this is important because
Hmm.
AI can, left to its own devices, be too
Absolutely.
confident, will
Yeah.
have a go at answering something that it might not necessarily have the
Absolutely.
expertise
Yeah.
for.
Oh, yeah.
And there, but for the grace of God goes any of us. But setting those guardrails is important
It's
to
super
match the
important.
tone of your
Yes.
agency as well, right?
Absolutely. So we have a whole section within here. The agent where those settings are is called the Sentinel. So it's guarding absolutely everything. And we have a very big section about hard stop rules, flexible rules, confidence levels for each rule. It's very, we have it set, you sign up, but it's all done for you. Everything's fine. We have standard things in there like do not give legal advice. Do you know, things that that
Yeah.
you don't think of, right? So that's all in there as hard stops. And there's a whole editing suite there. You can add in what you want it to not say or reference this or not there's a whole control element to it, you know. So yeah, very important, and your tone of voice, you know.
Right, no, it's superb. And I one of the things that I do love about this solution as well is not just helping you manage and respond to the inquiries as they come in real time.
Mm,
It is the fact that you have got that slow nurture and sort of automated follow-up
correct.
because we as humans are
Mm.
sometimes, even
Yeah,
at our most consistent, we may follow up once.
once or
We then
twice.
might,
Yeah, I know.
we'll say, okay, well, Andrew, I'll be in touch with you in a week's time. And
Yeah,
then lo and
never.
behold, in a week's time, by then I don't
Something
communicate
else.
with you at all. We may
That's
have
right.
lost each other. But
Yeah,
the point is, if it mattered to you enough to pick up the phone in the first place to talk to me,
that's right.
then it should matter to me enough to follow up with
That's
you.
right. Yeah,
And I think that's
yeah.
really important.
So we have a number of sort of mechanisms for that. So we have an automatic goes into a follow-up sequence. So somebody inquires about something and they ghost you. Never hear from them again. So that goes into there's some settings there. We follow up 3 or 4 times over a number of weeks, and that's it. And they just disappear. But we've also got workflows and nurturing workflows that we can choose contacts and say attached to this workflow, and that will be a nurturing workflow. So it'd be an SMS, a WhatsApp, an email could be value contact, could be anything. It could be just and so there's many ways to stay in touch. Retention methods we call customer retention. Things like sending out emails to landlords. So we're just doing one for a client where if every week we send out an email to the landlords who have got properties on the market, and we tell them how many viewings there were. So if there are more than X, everything's going well. We expect we're going to be closing this pretty soon. If there's less than X, I think we maybe need to have a quick chat about the pricing here. Normally in this market, we should be, there's something wrong here. Let's
Yeah,
have a chat.
yeah,
And that's all automatic via email, and the landlords love it. We also have outbound calls, for example. So somebody's done a viewing of an apartment or whatever. 24 hours later, the AI agent does an outbound call and says, Hi, I'm an AI agent. I just wanted to find out how you got on at 123 High Street yesterday.
yeah.
Would you mind chatting? And they got normally say, yeah, because they're dealing with the agency anyway. Do you like it? Yeah, no. Yeah, I do like it. Great. Would you like to fill out the form? I could either email it to you or text it to you, or we could just fill it out on the phone right now. Okay, let's fill it out on the phone. So it takes all the questions over the phone, fills out the form back into the dashboard for the agent. This guy likes it. He's filled out the form already. Press a button to do whatever you got to do. That's as far as we take it.
Yeah, no,
But they, yeah, yeah, yeah,
that is superb, and
yeah,
it's probably exactly how we would like it to function because it
yeah.
gives the options. It never forces you into one particular thing. So if you
Correct.
want me to send you the form, great. If you want
Yes,
me to take your details over the phone now, we'll do that. And if you
that's
can't
it.
talk right now, we'll
That's
talk
fine.
again later. And I think
Yeah,
that's what we'd expect from our own
yeah,
agents, literal
absolutely.
agents sat in our
Yeah,
offices,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then and the
Yes,
virtual ones as well. I suppose
that's it.
that's where we want it to come in. Now,
Yeah,
Agent Sync, as I understand it, is live, but it's
yes.
in what you call controlled deployments, which is
Oh, well, that's a
it,
very good yes.
it's
Yeah,
code. It's code for
good.
we're sort of in that early access,
Very,
almost
very early access.
pilot version of it, where there are some people that are able to sort of get their hands on it,
Yes,
deploy
yes,
it, and
yes.
almost help to hone it a little bit.
Well, that's the idea. I mean, so it is very new. I mean, it's not new in the sense that we don't know what we're doing as such. We have been in this space for a long time, but the platform itself is new, and it's designed by us and not customer led at present. So although there is agencies that have given us advice and requested through our experience, automations and things, what they would like in a platform. We've built it around that. We do want to be a customer-led platform. So it is available for access now. We're going to be giving this to our current customers. Currently, we provide voice AI, and we do everything is done for you. So we just give a number to our clients, and they divert their calls. We're going to transfer all of this platform and all the stuff we've been talking about over into our existing clients first, and one or two new ones to see how it goes. And we're going to hopefully they're on board with leading us into to building the product to suit the agents, as we go, customer led, basically.
Yeah, so that customer-led approach allows those agents to say,
Yeah.
right, well, I use this particular
Yes.
CRM,
Yeah.
therefore this is
Yes.
what's important to me, and
Correct.
so and you guys can work
Yeah.
with that, which is
That's it.
absolutely superb.
Yeah.
We always ask, we do a lot of these chats, and we get to see a lot of tech, and we've
Sure.
spoken today how, even off camera, I suppose we spoke about how how sometimes you can test the system and you
Yes.
can see the responses that it's giving back.
Yeah.
But we always ask for statistics that helps us kind of underline the efficiency of the systems, and you've provided some, which I
Yeah.
honestly I think are quite staggering. So
Yeah.
I knew this one initially that speed wins, that responding
Yes.
within
Yeah.
5 minutes,
Yeah.
but makes you almost 21 times more likely to qualify the lead versus waiting 30
Half an
minutes
hour.
because
Yeah.
there's a sense that some of those
Correct.
leads are quite transient.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
come and they go. But
Yeah.
this is the one that really kind of hit home for me. What vendors actually care about, because we as agents, we
Yeah.
sweat a lot about this. And we think,
Yeah.
well, do they care about my logo? Do they care
Yeah.
about my
Yeah.
car? Do they want to know how many houses I've sold?
Yeah.
On what metric are they judging me?
Yeah.
And this one stood out.
Yeah.
97% of homeowners say responsiveness and communicating well is essential or very important when choosing an agent. And vendors therefore don't choose the cheapest, they choose the most responsive.
It's true. Yeah.
Which I think is super interesting.
It is,
It
isn't it?
it tells us a story of a modern
Yeah.
age where
Yeah.
we don't have the luxury of waiting
No,
anymore.
no, we want it done there and then. I mean, I sold my house about 3 years ago. Retrospectively, I'm thinking, what made me choose that particular agent? And it was the responsiveness, really. And it was this guy would, if he didn't pick up the phone, he would phone me back, or I'd send him a message, or send me a text message. He would always tell me how each viewing went, what was going on, what the feedback was. It was great. He was really good, and just his approach to do that. But it was certainly how responsive he was in the beginning. Phoned him up, he got straight back to us, things like that. But yeah,
So this is certainly something worth investing in.
oh,
As you
absolutely,
say, and this is your killer line. If you miss
yes.
one in three calls, you're actually funding your competitors, which
That's like yeah, you
I
think about it
love.
that way. Yeah,
It's absolutely superb.
yeah.
Andrew, thanks so much for sort of
Thank
taking
you.
the time to talk to us today. We're
Good.
looking to see lots of more great case studies. We'll obviously talk to
Yes,
the agents that are using this.
yes.
But yeah, for the time being, more
Thank,
of the
thank,
same,
thank you very
please.
much, David. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.